How to use astrology to unravel family karma. Numerous planets and aspects in the natal chart show us some of the lessons we have already learned and will continue to learn throughout this existence. Additionally, some relationships between individuals can reveal to us any potential karmic debt they may have to one another. Synastry, the study of comparing charts, is frequently used to identify love relationships. But there are also platonic synastry connections between friends and relatives. They can demonstrate how we interact with one another, how we can advance and learn from one another. 3 significant houses in the natal chart can be used to examine the effects of karmic ties with acquaintances or family. The 5th house represents our children and laying the cornerstone of the house we construct, while the 3rd house relates to friends, siblings, and cousins. The 4th house represents our parents and our ancestors. Planets in any of these houses can indicate the karma we will work on in this life or what may motivate us to further our ancestry study. Birth chart positions for ancestors and family karma. The 3rd house. Your natal chart's planets that lie in this house will provide some information about your siblings. The planets in our natal 3rd can occasionally be compared to our brothers. Their demeanor will be reflected in their personal planet. For instance, Sun and Mercury in the 3rd house of the natal chart can indicate a sibling who we admire and revere. They might be clever or well-liked. If someone has planets in our natal 3rd house or vice versa, this indicates that they will teach us a lot about ourselves and how to articulate ourselves confidently. Parents whose planets are in our 3rd house will influence the way we think about schooling and learning. With 3rd house synastry, there is continuous understanding and mutual learning. The 4th house. The planets that are located in this area of our natal charts will represent the general energy of our early formative years because the 4th house is equated with home. The planets that descend here can also symbolize how we perceive our parents. A parent will likely play a significant part in their child's formative years, for instance, if their sun falls in their child's 4th house. When they grow up, they might revere the parent and even come to regard them as friends. While this is going on, a parent's Mars or Saturn placement in the 4th house can indicate that they will instill discipline in their kids or that their home will adhere to very stringent rules. It is necessary for the native to delve deep and discover their origins. As shown by the placement of natal Mercury in the natal chart or synastry with a friend or family member. The 4th house, which stands for the karma you carry from previous lifetimes, can also serve as a way to emotionally ground oneself when they're lost in the escapist clouds of the 12th house, according to astrology. The 5th house. The natal planets in this house are a reflection of how we construct our own homes or creative spaces, as well as the type of base and guidelines we lay down for our offspring. Having a synastry connection in the 5th with friends or family shows that this person can bring us some happiness and creative energy. Especially when Sun, Mercury, and Venus are here. Focusing on the 5th house's energy in the natal chart will reveal the limits we establish to safeguard our well-being and energy. The following powerful planets or points can have an effect on the karmic connection. North Node. Any association with the lunar nodes indicates the possibility of a shared past existence. With this aspect, the native must develop, and the person who holds the planet will encourage them to do so. When a planet forms an aspect, particularly when it's a square, opposition, or conjunction, we will be able to access the energies of our previous existence. Although the energy is unpleasant, it forces us to advance. South Node. A South Node synastry link can reveal someone who serves as a family guru. The emphasis right now is more on using your prior incarnation's gifts to help others by sharing them with them. South Node is all about navigating with the resources at your disposal, whereas North Node can promote growth. The individual with the personal plane will be guided by the native with the South Node. Sun and Moon. Synastry with the Sun awakens our essence. Because the Sun and Moon are strong luminaries, we can see our potential roles in the family when either of them is engaged in synastry in the natal chart. With planets in the 3rd or 4th houses, we will either act as our siblings' parents or we may assume that position with synastry in the 4th house. Mercury. Mercury is all about education and discovering facts. Because Mercury is in synastry with the family, we will be eager to learn. Delve more deeply into the past, and lay new groundwork for the future. The planets of our parents land in our key houses, which makes it a potent placement because it can also make us gurus to others or make us regard them as mentors. Chiron. Chiron in the natal chart reveals where we need to put in the effort to strengthen and heal ourselves. We can better comprehend ourselves by interacting with those who have Chiron or who activate our Chiron, according to Synastry. The effects of Chiron synastry are reciprocal. Particularly when other benevolent planets like Venus and Jupiter are in the natal houses or synastry, both parties can develop and heal from one another. Pluto hard aspects. Hard Pluto aspects cause a void that must be filled, or it will start to impose its will on your life. Those with hard Pluto aspects experienced control, loss at a young age, literally or metaphorically. These characteristics tend to run in families and may be the most fascinating thing to look at along family lines. In seeing how power is exercised, abused, and sacrificed within nuclear families.